Good morning, students. Today we are going to start our 16th lecture of chapter number 2, that is your units and dimension. Okay, now in this beta units and measurement, and in this we have we are discussing about the applications of dimensional formula, and in that two applications we have completed, we have done beta. One, that one system of a unit has been converted into the another system of unit, the conversion of system of units. Second, about taking the dimensional consistency of equation. Okay, and third, which we are going to be solved, is your deducing relation among the physical quantities. We have to deduce the relation among the different physical quantities. It also doesn't have any kind of a formula, it was just a method, and we have to be obey this method only. So directly I am going to be discuss this third application through a numerical, through a diagram, through a numerical, through a question only. Clear? Like our second application, it also have direct a method is there, so you have to understand the concept, the method. Okay, so your numerical is, consider a simple pendulum having a bob attached to a string that oscillates under the action of the force of gravity. Suppose that the period of oscillation of the simple pendulum depends on its length L, mass of the bob m, and acceleration due to gravity g. Okay, derive the expression for its time period using method of dimension. Okay, this is a numerical. Now you are thinking that not a single numerical value is given in the question, then how we are able to solve this numerical, this question? And even this is your completely derivative type numerical. Okay, and it doesn't be like that we have to put the digit. No, it was completely having a main role of dimensional formula. That's why I'm saying you again and again, just understand the concept of dimensional formula and just learn the dimensional formula. Okay, that what is the dimensional formula of particular physical quantity, because if you don't have understand the concept of dimensional formula, then you are not be able to understand the applications of dimensional formulas beta. Clear? Okay, so in this I am just be going to explain you that we have to be consider a simple pendulum which is having a bob is attached with a string, and it was oscillate to and fro motion it was doing under the action of a force of a gravity. Now what you are doing, suppose that the period of oscillation of the simple pendulum, period of oscillation, which period beta, it was about discussing about the time period. So it means the time period of oscillations of a simple pendulum is depends upon on which physical quantity. The time period is depending on its length L, mass m, and acceleration due to gravity g. Three things are there on which the time period it was depending: on the length of the string, on the mass of the bob, and the acceleration due to gravity. Through that we have to find the expression of the time period. Clear? So how we are going to solve this question? Just look at here beta. So in this, first of all we have to be understand that which physical quantity we have to be calculate, and on that calculated physical quantity what other physical quantity is depending on it. So we have to calculate the time period t, and on this time period which are the physical quantities which are depending beta? Depending things we are write it down with the directly proportional sign, means the time period is depending upon the length of the string, mass of the bob, and acceleration due to gravity. On these three things it was depending. How much, in how much quantity it was depending, we don't have any kind of idea of this. So for this we are taking, suppose it has the power a, it has the power b, and g is having the power c. In a sequence we have to be write it down. Okay, now you know beta, in the physics it was the rule that whenever we remove the sign of proportionality there should be one constant. So here when we remove the sign of proportionality and put equals to sign, one constant is there, and this constant you have to be attached by your own. So here I am taking a constant k, and the remaining values are as it is: L to the power a, m to the power b, and g to the power c. This will be your equation number 1. Okay, where k is dimensionless constant and a, b, and c are the exponents, the power. Okay, now what we are doing, we are considering the dimensions on both the sides. Okay, so by considering dimensions on both sides, we have what we are having beta. First of all I have to write the dimension formula of time period t. Now you know the time period t is having a dimension formula having the unit second. Second is the unit of t. So m l t. Kilogram is not be there, so 0. Length is not be there, so 0. Time period is there, so t is your 1. Power is your 1, equals to k is your dimensionless unitless constant, so we are not writing any kind of a dimensions for k. Moving toward the length L, so L is having only for the L1. Another is your 0, so I am not writing them out. It has the power, it generally it's having its own value power 1, so 1 I am writing, and another for deriving this numerical we having exponent a. Another m is the mass is fourth beta kilogram, so it is your m to the power 1 b. G is the acceleration due to gravity. Acceleration in any of the kind, it was only the acceleration, and acceleration is the unit meter per second square. So meter L1 per second square, so square minus 2 power c. Okay, get through this beta. Now moving ahead for the further solution, I am just writing them together. So it was like m0 L0 T1, and it was also writing by the m, here only m is there, so m1 m power 1 and whole power b, so 1 into b, so m to the power b. L 1 a, so 1 into a, 1 into c, so plus c, power is always be add up. T is here, minus 2 into c, so minus 2c. Now what we have to do, we are just be equating the dimensions on both sides. Okay, so on equating the dimensions on both sides, we have what we have beta, we are just comparing. So here in LHS side m has the power 0, m is in RHS side m is having the power b, so it means b is equals to 0. We are just only equating the dimensions. Okay, second, for the L, a plus c 0. For the third one, minus 2c 1. We have to calculate the values of a, b, c. So first of all, b has been calculated, b is equals to 0. Now from here, what we have to do, we have to calculate the value of c. So from here, c is equals to minus 1 by 2. Now we have two values, b equals to 0 and c equals to minus 1 by 2. We have to calculate the value of a. So here I am putting the value of c. So what was that beta? A minus 1 by 2 is equals to 0 and a is equals to 1 by 2. Okay, clear? Now all the value of a, b and c we have calculated. Now what we have to do, we have to put these values in equation number 1. Okay, in equation number 1. So on putting the values of a, b and c in equation 1, we get, what we get beta? T is equals to k as it is, L to the power a, so here a is your 1 by 2, then m to the power b, so here b is your 0, and g is to power c, so c is your minus 1 by 2. Okay, now t is equals to k. We are just writing it down, simplifying this value. So those physical quantities or those any value which are having the power 0, it means it has the value 1. So 1 multiply with this, it was not affecting our equation, so we are not including the m. So L to the power 1 by 2 and g to the power minus 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 is in the form of the, we can write them in the form of the under root. You know beta, under root means, square root means 1 by 2. So L, and this was in the form of minus, it means it was, we can write them in a divide form, because from divide only it was coming to upside and get the formula, get the value minus. Okay, and both is having 1 by 2, 1 by 2 means both is having the under root like this. This is your equation number 2, and this is your answer. If you don't know the formula, then up to here if you are writing in the exam, then also your answer will be right. But then also I am just telling you out that the value of k cannot be obtained, any of the value of the constant is not be obtained from the dimensions. So here it doesn't matter that if some number multiplies the right side to this number, because does not affect our dimensional formula. But if you know while studying physics again and again many of the formulas, then you are able to know that this is the formula of the pendulum, and in that pendulum beta we know that the value of k is always be 2 pi. The value of k for this formula is actually a 2 pi. So if you know, then you may write, and if you don't know, then leave it. Up to here also your answer will be right. Okay, here I am just writing it down, 2 pi under the root L upon G. This will be the formula of the simple pendulum when it was oscillating and calculating the value of time period for it. Okay, but if you don't know about it, right now you are start to study about the physics, no issue. Up to here if you are writing, then also it will be correct. Clear beta? Okay, I hope that you are understanding. So from here your applications of dimension formulas has been completed. Okay, now the last topic of this chapter, we can say the last topic of this chapter is your significant figures. And you know about the significant figures, that what is significant figure means. Okay, when I am just closing our today's lecture, then I will give you one numerical for your homework. Then you will be try that question at your home and try to apply this application on that numerical. Clear? Okay, so about significant figures, so in this the measured values which we have calculated in the errors we have studied with previously. So in that the result of the measurement should not be in the reported in a way of to indicate the precision of the measurement. The precise value we are not be calculating from that, it was not be reported as. So normally the reported result of the measurement is a number that includes all the digits in the number that are non-reliably, plus the first digit, then it was uncertain, then the further. Okay, so all the reliable digit plus the first certain digit are your known as the significant digit, are your significant figures, all the uncertain values. Okay, if we say that the period of oscillation of a time period that we are discussing, so I am just be giving you one example for this. Suppose that the period of oscillation of a simple pendulum is your 1.62 second. Okay, so digit are beta 1 and 6. Okay, reliable, or you can say the certain value, while the digit 2 is your uncertain value. First is your 1, this is your reliable value, and 6 is your certain value. The digit 2 is your uncertain value, and thus the measured value have your 3 significant figures. How much significance are there? 1 reliable value, 6 certain value, and 2 is your uncertain value. So total number of significant figures are your 3. Okay, so 3 significant figures. Okay, clear? Suppose we are taking the length of an object is like this 287.5 centimeter. So how many significant figures are there beta? 4. 2, 8, 7. These are your certain value. okay, and 5 is your uncertain value. So how many significants are there, figures are there? 4 significant figures. Okay, clear? Like this you can easily calculate all these things. Now further it has some rules that how we are able to solve it out, beta. So that we can study the rules in our next lecture. I am just giving you the homework, okay, and for that homework, beta, the numerical which I am giving you, it was depending upon the third application, and the rules of significant figures we will discuss in our next lecture, and in our next lecture we will complete our this chapter, okay. So the numerical which you have to do at your home is the time period of oscillation, the time of oscillation t of a small drop of a liquid under surface tension, under surface tension. You don't know dimension of surface tension, so I am writing whose dimensions are those of force per unit length, okay. Force per unit length means force upon length. This is the formula of surface tension. So through this you can make the dimensional formula and unit, force per unit length. And this time of oscillation is depends upon the density d, the radius r, and the surface tension, and the surface tension is your sigma. Surface tension sigma, okay. You have to derive the dimensionally the relation, and I am just writing the relation what you have to be derived. T proportional under the root dr cube upon sigma. This under the root is on upon all, okay. Under the root dr cube upon sigma. This is the relation which you have to be derived, which you have to be solved. Clear, beta? Okay. So this is a question from your third one application. In our next lecture we are going to discuss about the significant figure, the rules of significant figures, the rounding of the what we can say the values, okay, that we have going to discuss, and even we are going to practice the numericals also, dimensional formula and the errors, and of significant figure also. Means I think from within 2 days we have complete our this chapter, because the theoretical and the the reading portion has been completed, and only the numerical, few of the numerical portion is there, okay. Clear, beta? So I hope that you are able to understand. Just try to solve this question. I am just giving you the hint that this is your time period, Okay, and this was the density. Density is mass upon volume. This is the radius and this is the surface tension. Surface tension is force per unit length. So time period is depend upon d to the power a, r to the power what you can say b, and sigma to the power c, and constant is your k. Then you have to be solve the entire thing which I have just be done in our today's numerical. Clear beta? Okay, thank you. That's all for today.